PFAS contamination is an emerging public health concern that we are still researching and trying to understand. These chemicals are also called forever chemicals because they can persist for 1,000 years and don't break down. Many everyday products contain PFAS, including cleaning products, nonstick cookware, makeup, and firefighting foam. We are learning that these chemicals can make their way into the environment, impacting our fish and wildlife, and can end up in our homes and on our dinner plates. The environmental health aspect of the One Health model is impacted by PFAS. A study conducted by Petray et al. Demonstrated large inputs of PFAS in the Cape Fear watershed in North Carolina between upstream and downstream PFAS manufacturing stations, analyzed by the constant monitoring of river discharge and frequent sampling in areas surrounding the facility. Animal health is also impacted. Gillette et al. Examined the impact of PFAS in striped bass from the Cape Fear River. Their study found detectable levels of PFAS in the serum of every striped bass that they sampled. Another study led by Scott Belcher, Associate Professor of Biology from NC State, sampled the blood serum of wild-caught striped bass from the Cape Fear River and compared them to striped bass raised in an aquaculture farm fed by groundwater. PFAS found in the wild-caught fish was about 40% higher than the fish from the aquaculture farm. These studies suggest that the concentration of PFAS is higher in the river, impacting the health of wild populations of bass. Striped bass is one of the highest documented rates of PFAS of any North American fish. Finally, the human health part of the One Health triad is also affected. Hassan et al. Study examined PFAS impacts through this human health lens. PFAS exposure is linked to impaired immunological function, liver damage, and reproductive health issues. Studies have also found that the consumption of locally captured freshwater fish contaminated with PFAS has been linked to an increased risk of cancer and other chronic health problems. This somewhat mysterious health threat has very real and immediate consequences that connect back to the One Health model. According to an article published in the Pulitzer Center by Melba Newsom, last year the NC Department of Health and Human Services issued a fish consumption advisory recommending a serious decrease of certain freshwater fish consumption from the Cape Fear River because of PFAS bioaccumulation in fish. The state suggests eating just one American shad, blue catfish, or channel catfish a year, and warned against consuming striped bass in any quantity. While not a permanent solution, consumption advisories can be a quick fix for the ongoing PFAS issue. On a larger scale, it will be necessary for North Carolina and other states to closely monitor their water quality trends, while also holding manufacturing corporations accountable for their contributions to contaminated watersheds.